and gentlemen, welcome back in another YouTube video in which we're going to be discussing the age requirements to become a cabin crew in Qatar Airways. To be a cabin crew in Qatar Airways, you must be at least 21 years old, and the other non-negotiable rule which comes after that is to have a minimum of a high school degree diploma or a completed of 12th grade. This video is only going to be about the age requirements, so therefore please stay tuned to understand up to which age you can apply to become a cabin crew, as well as we're gonna cover the other common question that you guys have asked me: until which age I can be a cabin crew. The most common question that I get starts like this: ma'am, I am 27, 28, 29, somebody has asked me even 26, I'm 31, I am 34, I'm 35, I'm 38 years old. Am I eligible to be a cabin crew? My answer to this question is yes. You are absolutely eligible to be a cabin crew if you are 21 years or above. As you if we go to the non-negotiable rules and regulations in Qatar Airways, which are right here, and it says minimum age of 21 years and above, we can clearly see that until the last one, there is no maximum age written. Therefore, the before mentioned ages that were concerned for many candidates, perhaps even for the one watching now this video, actually I'm sure for the one watching now this video is also a concern. So I strongly believe that you guys should, or this what I'm going to tell you now and what I'm telling you now makes sense to you, that you are absolutely eligible to be a cabin crew with all the ages that you have mentioned and you have asked me. But there is another thing that you should bear in mind, and in which the recruiters are actually looking in when it comes to your age. As we are growing older, or as we are maturing, our priorities in life, in our own life, are definitely changing. That is determined mostly by the circumstances we are in, by the situations we are facing, by the maturity level that it's with every year more deep and more intense, and many other factors. Now, not all of us, let's say after 30 or after 25 or after 35, we all have different criteria of which age we would take, but not all of us believe that we should end up life getting married and having kids. We all have our different purpose for being in this world and doing things in this world and existing in this world. And if you're asking me about this question, I would say that this is absolutely 100% true. I absolutely agree that we all have different mission in our own lives. Perhaps for most of us would be getting married, having kids, producing a life after our life and stuff like that. Actually, at one point of time during my flying career, I was seeing myself as someone who's going to be flying perhaps even until the age of 45, 50, and then I will maybe retire earlier and I will enjoy life. But circumstances have changed. I have met my husband and we decided to get married. So not necessarily as whether we are in aviation or we are in medical fields or wherever field in human existence we are in, our priorities in our own lives will be always changing. Let's go back to the maximum of age requirements. This is just the beginning of the chapter that I'm gonna explain to you. What does that mean when you are perhaps after 30, and what does your decision to go in aviation means in terms of, not to explain to you, but in terms of to make you more clear and to understand more that the recruitment team will not take your age as a reason to disqualify you, but they will be looking for something in you. Young candidates, which are in their 20s, as the minimum requirement, it says 21 years and above, when you would see them in the open day and in the assessment day, you would see an enormous level of enthusiasm. You will see an enormous level of or an attitude ready for commitment. You will see a desire to grow. You will see a lot of, I wouldn't say positivity and freshness, don't get me wrong. We can have people who are 21 years and absolutely no freshness and no positivity, and we can have someone who's 40 years and just like me, close to 40, and who absolutely in terms of energy shines and is so positive and is so energetic. And in fact, if I go to an open day of an airline now to see my luck, not because I have gained enough experience and I know what to say, but I strongly believe that I will catch the attention of the recruiters because my energy is absolutely visible even throughout this video. So this is what we are seeing in most of the crew or the potential candidates who are applying for the job. And the recruiters are able to see that. And then there is the people who are over 30 and who are perhaps not emitting the same level of energy as the people in their 20s. Remember, we have spoken about a lifestyle. The cabin crew job is not like other professions in the world. It's there are professions in the world that are lifestyle, but over here we are talking about full absence from home, leaving your comfort zone, leaving your family, going to another part of the world. And it's written in the non-negotiable rules and regulations that you should be having a willingness to relocate in Doha. You will be functioning on a monthly roster, which means no weekends off, which means that you will be changing time zones, you will be jet lagged. This comes the health part over here as well. When you're a person in your 20s, it's much easier to absorb and to take the entire how to say load and the entire heaviness that the career is offering. We are flying quite a bit flying hours during the month. So all this is something that determines the candidate's decision whether they should be a cabin crew or not. Now, over here, the recruitment team is not disqualifying you because you are 35 years old or you are 37 years old. The recruitment team will disqualify you if they don't see the commitment, if they don't see the desire for lifestyle, commitment to the lifestyle, if they don't see that you are ready for a completely different life from where you are coming in, unless you have a flying experience, because many candidates that are over 30, mid 30s, some of them even up to the 40s, that have joined the airline, and it's not like few, there is quite a lot people who are close to their 40s, then they have joined the airline, but they're absolutely fulfilling what I have said before, the desire, the commitment, the freshness, their way of moving. You will see an enormous level of energy, and then you will understand, now I can see why this person that is 37 years old is recruited. Over here, I'm going to mention a personal example with a candidate from Spain. Her name is Christina. I'm not going to share her picture over here, but I have shared it on my Instagram. She joined the airline with 36 years old. Although I don't know her personally, but I have been in a close relationship with her via social networks. And whatever I have mentioned to you, she is fulfilling that, even beyond that. So for me, it's no wonder that she was taken. Another aspect also, which I forgot to mention, is the way we look. For some people will not be important, but yes, when we're close to 40s, at least we need to ensure that we look somewhere around 25, 30. We are emitting that freshness, that positive energy, because when you are in a community where a lot of young people are, they're mostly in their 20s, close to the 30s. I'm not saying that we should be on the same level, but we should be thinking that these people should belong and should be part of the team. In order the other crew will not look at them as they're weird, or look at this grandma, oh, she's like, I don't know, she's like 90 kilos and she's a cabin crew or stuff like that. We are over here talking about certain criteria that has to be met. One of it is to be in excellent health and condition, And if you are over 30 and you're fulfilling the criteria that I have mentioned before, you have nothing to worry about when it comes to the age requirements for a cabin crew for Qatar Airways. Just make sure that you are ready for commitment. Make sure that this lifestyle can be absolutely something that you are ready to fit in. There will be no things that will be bothering later on. You have explored and you have learned a lot, and you strongly believe that your path and your life career in future should be within the aviation industry, if that was the case before, or if you're pursuing your dream and you are becoming a new fresh cabin crew that has no work experience. It's absolutely irrelevant if you have a work experience or not. As I said, if you're fulfilling the requirements, then you are welcome to join the team of people which ambition flies very, very high. With having all these things said, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe for many other videos that are coming. Until then, stay blessed, bye bye, and have a nice day.